We back, part two. We back. All right, come on in. We're back. We're back, part two. From earlier this afternoon, we're back. Live, uncut, unedited. We're back. All right, come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, people. This live, uncut, unedited. That's right. That's right. We in the house, people. We in the house. I tell you, I love being black. Love being black. I tell you, I love being black. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on. Share the video. Share the video. D, we checking in. I see you. Angel Battle. Tanisha Hooper. I see you. Virginia Beasley. I see you. Shanita. I see you. I see you. I see you. I promise you. I see you. We streaming from 3 platforms, so make sure you share this. That will be very appreciative. Share the video. And it is going down. Going down. Going down, people. Let me try to. And we want to, I want to play a clip when enough of us get on. Bonnie Williams, I see you. I see you. I need all you guys to share it now. I need you guys to share it. And a lot of people don't know we on live because it's on notification only going to my friends. And I'm going to make it known. Come on in. Come on in. I don't know why it just won't let me go. This Facebook is terrible. It is terrible. When I tell you terrible, man, terrible. I don't know why it's doing this. Terrible. We live. It is terrible, terrible, terrible. All right, people, live, uncut, unedited. I got more people on my second page than I got on my first page, but it's all good. It's all good. We're going to wait for a few more people to come on in, and we're going to get started. We're going to get started, people. This is live, uncut, unedited. We're streaming live from YouTube, streaming live from my other page, Martin Johnson. Also from the page that you're seeing me on right now, Martin G. Johnson, the Crime Chaser, live, uncut. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, all right, unedited. My second page is Martin Johnson. You'll see me. All right. Patricia Johnson, I see you. Second page. And we want to read a letter, what I'm sharing with the screen. And it's amazing. The letter that is an apology from Kyrie. So this is the letter that he wrote. I'm going to put it on the screen here, and maybe we'll go on it and we'll talk about some things that we talked about earlier today. So this is definitely live, uncut, unedited. Kyrie Irving. While doing research on YHWH, I posted a documentary that contains some false anti-Semitic statements, narratives, and language that were untrue and offensive to the Jewish race, community, race, and religion. I take full accountability and responsible for my actions. I am grateful to have a big platform to share knowledge, and I want to move forward by having an open dialogue to learn more and grow from this. All Jewish families and communities that are hurt and affected from my posts, my goodness, I am deeply sorry to have caused you pain, and I apologize. I initially reached out of emotion to being unjustly labeled anti-Semitic instead of focusing on the healing process of my Jewish brothers and sisters that were hurt from the hateful remarks made in the documentary. My goodness, he didn't write the documentary. I want to clarify any confusion on where I stand fighting against I can't even pronounce the word, Semitism. Hold on, let me say it. Lord, have mercy. Anti-ism, Semitism, yeah, anti-Semitism, by apologizing for, he said, by apologizing for posting the documentary without context and a factual explanation outlining the specific beliefs in the documentary. I agree and disagree with. I had no intentions to disrespect any Jewish culture, history regarding Holocaust, or perpetuate any hate. I'm learning from this unfortunate event and hope we can find understanding between us all. I am no different than any other human being. I'm a seeker of truth and knowledge, and I know who I am. Y'all hear this? This is Kyrie Irving apologizing. This is him apologizing. It's him apologizing. So this is what it is. Anti-Semitism. That's what that word is. And y'all know that he was told to apologize. Y'all know that. Come on now. Don't y'all know that? Don't y'all know that? Don't you guys know he was told to apologize for that money? But this is the same thing. This is white supremacy. This is what this is. This ain't about no Jews. This is white supremacy. That's what it is. This is exactly what this is. They forced the brother hand. But I'm going to tell y'all, those of you that's in this revolutionary movement, sometime you're going to have to be a Job. You're going to have to be stripped of everything that you have, knowing in the back of your mind that God's going to restore it to you again, once again. Because if you had it once, you definitely can get it again. Somebody got to stand in the gap for the truth. And I'm still going to put the NBA on hold. That's me personally. I'm still going to do that. Anti-Semitism. They told him to backtrack and apologize or else, because they knew a big boycott is coming. And they don't want the ratings to go down on the NBA. They don't want that trouble. They don't want that smoke. See, people, when we individuals, when we're trying to fight white supremacies, individuals, they're going to break us every time. But if we gather together, a bunch of us, and rope around each other, we can fight. We can fight, people. That is the truth. This is real, people. My number is 872-297-6389. Anti. So now we live in a day and age where you can't say nothing about the Holocaust. But you can call me an Nigger. You can call my women BICTHs and whores. You can do all that, and nothing is wrong with it. But if you speak and say anything about them, you anti. Again, I invite any Jewish person to come on my platform and tell me what a Semite is. I like to know in your own words. Is it a religion? Is it a race of people? What is it? What is it? What is it, people? I'm looking for some callers. Come on, callers. Come on in and call. Come on in, callers. Or I can play something. Let me see. Let me play this while we're waiting. Before somebody calls in, I can play something that I want to play. This is real, people. This is live uncut. I'm going to play some by Neely Fuller. All right. Here it is. Hope y'all can hear it.
Don't let nobody charge you with anti-Semitism, and how do you do that? First of all, the way that I use it, starting with definitions. I don't know what a Semite is. And the way you should handle it, the best way I say to handle it, so that you don't get in no kind of sandwich play or no controversy and don't have to explain yourself. I'm sure Mr. Young, he's been around a long time, he'll be able to handle it over the long haul. I'm almost certain of that. But I'm saying the easy way to handle all that kind of talk. Don't say nothing against the Jews. Don't say nothing against Semites. Don't say nothing against nobody except the white supremacists, because that's who you should say something against. And you don't have to look over your shoulder when you speak against them, because that's strictly legit. Okay? Now, if somebody asks me about Semites, the first thing I'm going to say is the truth. I don't know what a Semite is. And the way I've handled it down through the years, like I did up in New York one time when I was there at a huge meeting, somebody said something about Semites, and so I immediately went the code route. But I don't even have to think about these things most of the time. I just know what to say. I said, okay, I want somebody to tell me, before we start getting into a long argument, what is a Semite? And about 5 people jumped up and started to say something. And I said, wait a minute. Nobody should answer this question except a person who is one. The 5 people sat down immediately. Now it's about, I guess it was around 1,000 people in that room. Everything got quiet. I said, well, I'm waiting. Will the real Semite please stand up? So everybody in this room can find out what a Semite is, because then I asked some questions, 2 other questions. What does a Semite do? See, I don't want to know too much about what you are. I want to know what you do. Because if what you do has something to do with me, I want to know what that is. That's logic, right? Anybody walking around on the planet, the first thing you want to know really about them at the bottom line at the end of the day, first and last thing, is what do they have to do with you? How is what they're doing going to affect you? Okay? See, I don't care what a Semite is, except if it has something to do with me. Mr. Semite, who are you? What do you have anything to do with me? Well, if the person says, yes, I have something to do with you, then I ask the logical question, what? How is whatever you do going to affect me? Whatever it is. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know who you are. And that's how you approach anything. When somebody approaches you with asking you about anybody, you just say, well, wait a minute. First of all, whoever you're talking about, I want to hear it from them. So I want to be able to say that I got it from them. Whoever you're talking about. See what I mean? So I said, will the real Semite please stand up? Anybody who's a Semite. Anybody in the room who's a Semite. Everybody keeps talking about Semitism, anti-Semitism, Semites. Well, if we got one, You know, I heard that there are some in New York. So, will a real Semite please stand up and say what a Semite is, and then tell me what a Semite does in all areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And then the third question is, okay, all the things that you do, sir or ma'am, how does that affect me? Or maybe the rest of the people in here. And just spell it out.
All right, y'all heard that. And that's real, people. The brother broke it down. Neely Fuller is a profound brother. He's still living, a senior. He broke it down. And people, just to play it safe, just call it white supremacy. That's all what it is. That's all. You see what they have done to Kanye West. See what they have done to Kyrie Irving. They pull him in a room, say, man, we got to talk. Your career is on the line. You're done. And we got those get along, go along Negroes always have something to say instead of just keeping their mouth closed. Instead of saying no comment. And see, they want to see where we at. We paying you. But it's going to come a time where your money don't matter. It's going to come down to knowing who you standing with, what's right or what's wrong. That's what it's going to come on down to it. Nothing else. Nothing else. These material things. People are mad. We the only people that I know on the face of the earth, African Americans, has suffered for 400 some years. Our people, it's history, been in bondage. The only people know. We could never be anti-Semitic. We could never be that. Never. This is real. And people, I've said it before, we can have money in our pocket and live in racial contentions, or we could be broke and live in racial harmony. It's our choice. Because once we learn how to spend our money correctly, then you will see the real them come out. The racists, the white supremacists. We're going to be all type of chicken eating, chillings, watermelon, all type of racial stereotypes going to come out. And I know they don't like me talking like this, but I got to tell the truth and shame the devil.
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
I got to. Got to. But these same white supremacists can promote sex, drugs, killing, murder, all in music, promoted over the airwaves. Poison the minds of our young people. Don't y'all see what's happening in this world? Things are being shaken up. They're dealing with a younger generation right now that don't have no fear. They don't fear God. They don't fear nothing. They don't even fear their own parents. I'm telling you, it's a new generation that's rising up. So don't come at us saying that we anti-Semitic. So you saying we should take the word out when we talk about Jews, we can't talk about that without being labeled. So you're going to use your influence. We know that The white supremacists run the entertainment, the banks, a whole lot of other things. Y'all know I got to tell the truth. You don't want us to speak on nothing. So, what is a Semite? Is it a religion or is it a people? What is it? I want to know. My lines are open, 872-297-6389. Tell us in your own words so we can be careful too. We don't want to be demonized. We don't want a public lynching like you're doing Kanye West and Kyrie Irving. It's just a public lynching by the white supremacists, showing their muscle. That's all what it is, people. Where's the diversity? And for those of you that are educated, smart, and don't see anything wrong with the white supremacists, something is wrong with you. You just looking for a paycheck. You just like the rest of America. Just be quiet so we can get our money. How long we going to live under this generational curse that we're supposed to be out of right now? When are we going to stand up and take our rightful place in society? Why are we allowing the white supremacists to make us feel like a child? We have to get permission to marry, permission to go here, permission. That's what a child does. Ask for permission. You tell a child what to do. People, this is real. A soldier dies once, and a coward dies many deaths. And it's going to take sacrifice. Anytime did you stand up for the truth, the butt-naked truth, you're going to feel it. You're going to be persecuted. It's not easy standing up for the truth. It's like being on an island all by yourself. But at the end, you will win. You will prevail with the help of God Almighty. How long shall wrong rule the throne? Not long. As King said, not long, not long. I'm telling you, people, we are dealing with a political, demonic people. The white supremacists. That's what they are. They don't want that dark past to come out. They want to keep it submerged because it's a shame. They want lights out. Don't talk about that. People, if we don't ask questions, if we don't study history, there's a saying that says, those who refuse to learn their history are bound to repeat the same mistake twice. People, it's important. History is right up there with money. We need to know our history. Unless you want to continue to be a slave. You heard what our sister said, Harriet Tubman. She said, I could have freed more. But they didn't even know they were slaves. She could have freed them. Some of you right now today, you don't know that you're a modern day slave. Listen, this is real. As my brothers say, this conversation is painful, but it's necessary. We can't have one rule set for another race of people and another rule set for another race of people. If we talking about diversity and being right. So they're going to just bully us in the entertainment business, in the media business, in the sports world, in the banking business. If we speak out to what we know that is right in history, that's what's happening right before your eyes. Black people, if they did it to a celebrity that has a platform, that has money, what do you think they'll do to a person, just a normal, everyday person that doesn't have a platform, that's not known anything? And let me say this, people. A lot of you know that I do activism. Listen, when George Floyd got murdered by the police, it was no longer about his family. It was about us as a race. And I'm telling you, this is no longer about Kyrie Irving or our dear brother, Ye. It's about us. We have witnessed with our own eyes the power, the influence, what they can do to one of us. And it's just like the days of our ancestors. They take the strongest one and tie him to a horse, maybe from his neck, and tie his legs and pull him apart in front of us and build fear. And one thing about white supremacists, if they can't rule in fear, the next step is violence. They know I'm telling the truth. You talking about, well, Martin, I have a house, a nice car, I'm educated, a beautiful wife, a wonderful husband. I'm okay. What about your people that's dying, that's uneducated, don't know that they're slaves, that's lost? Hope is squeezed out of them. Their spirits are broken. And we're enjoying the good life, the American dream. Well, Martin, I did it. They can do it as well. Wait a minute. Do you think the migrants are coming over to this country because on their own? They're being told to come, and they're being promised houses, jobs. They've been promised these things. They're just not taking a risk of leaving their own country. My point is, do you think that this is a setup? It's a setup working right in front of our eyes. For those of you that are money hungry, money is not going to solve this problem that we're going through. Yes, I believe in reparation, and we should, and we deserve reparations. But their faces is on the money. They control the money. The white supremacists, they control the land. The white supremacists, they control the food supply, the military, the law. What are we controlling? What are we a part of? somebody is running game on us and telling us about diversity, and there's no inclusion. People, this is real. When I tell you this is real what I'm saying. We had a great discussion today. Earlier, my lines are open for any suggestions, any questions. And you feel welcome, free to call in. And I'm trying to, somebody explain this to me. Now, if I'm black, why would I say I'm blackish? If a person a Jew, why would he say he Jewish? So somebody explain that to me. And I want to be educated. I don't know everything. Anybody know me? I'm race first. I love my people. And if they got a problem with me loving my people, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Somebody said, why did he have to down the Jewish community while trying to uplift African American community? I ain't never heard nothing to say bad about the Jewish community. He shared a post of a documentary. So are we talking about Kyrie Irving or Ye? Come on now, talk to me. Somebody tell me what a Semite is. That's what I need to know. I know what anti mean, to go against. That's it. Look at the screen. That's a letter of apology. I'm going to be honest with you. If I got to ask for apology and you apologize, you really don't mean it. When you get apology, it should be volunteered from the person that's saying an apology without you asking for it. That's me. Well, I tell you what, who's responsible for putting all this music in our community, paying these young rappers about this provocative, violent, drug-infested, sexual-infested, black people being disrespect music in our community? You can call us bees and hoes, but you can't say nothing about the Jewish community. They're not going to promote that. They're not going to promote it. It's not going to happen. Not on their watch. Can I get a caller? 872-297-6389 will be appreciated. Just get a caller and we can talk. We have a peaceful dialogue. We don't have to agree. Everybody don't know everything. I don't know everything, and I'm still learning. I'm 54 years old, and there's a lot of things that I didn't know. But I was told that the Jews started the Ku Klux Klan. I didn't know that. Is that factual? That's what I was told. Got a caller. Hey, caller, where you calling from?
Chicago.
Okay, hold on. I got another caller. Hold on. Hey, caller, I got one call in front of you. Where you calling from?
Standing by. I'm calling from Chicago.
All right, hold on. I got one call in front of you. Look like they hung up. Well, go ahead, sister. They hung up. Go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom, Martin.
Yes.
I want to let you know that I believe that Kyrie Irving backwalking in in the apology that messed up uh the whole situation, because then he's apologizing for being himself. We are the Shemites.
Okay.
You can't be against yourself. You can't be anti-Semitic against yourself. Okay. Um, and I know most people don't want to hear from a woman. They don't want to hear a woman speaking certain things or speaking certain truth. But I'm telling you what it is. And even in the scriptures, excuse me, I believe it's Exodus, it starts in Exodus 1. Excuse me, I believe it starts in Exodus 1:1, where it talks about uh, our bloodline going back to biblical times. Okay, coming out of the 12 original tribes of Jacob. Jacob named, excuse me, at a certain point in Jacob's life, Jacob's name had became Israel, just like Abram became Abraham and Sarai became Sarai once they reach a certain age in life. So I definitely want to give you all a little bit of food for thought, because it's sad that we are running around very ignorant and killing each other off. Don't know about ourselves, and the ones that we call Jewish, they are ish because they want to be like us. And that's in more than one way. They want to be like us. And what I mean by all of that, that's why they're Jewish. They are born into Judaism, but excuse me, they are converted into Judaism. They're not of the bloodline as we are. For the melanated people, we are of the tribe of Israel. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see anything that Kyrie Irving did wrong?
No, I don't see anything he did wrong, with the exception of walking back with an apology. That was my issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want him to, I mean, how do I say this? From my life experiences dealing with people in the corporate American world, there are a lot of what I call white fragility. That's what they are to me. They're fragile. And the reason why is because they feel that they have to make a fool out of you. And I've experienced this, where they try to make a fool out of you just to get their point across. And for example, that's basically what it appears is happening, unfortunately, to Kyrie. And it's sad because we're killing our own and we beat up our own, because even some of his own fellow brothers are coming against him because of this thing that he's done. They were riding him real bad because he spoke up against the medical procedure, being forced to have a medical procedure.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I'm in agreement with everything you're saying. Who are these people that spoke out against him? Who are they employed by?
The other slave master.
That's what I'm talking about. So what do you expect? So we couldn't expect no different.
You have a point.
We can't expect no different. Who's going to walk away from millions of dollars? Not too many people are going to walk away from $1 million. We don't have too many David Chappelles out here.
And that's true. I mean, but you know what? For me, for myself, I would be that type of person.
And bless you. I know. Okay, bless you. I'm not. I'm not putting you on the spot. And it depends. The thing is, according to the scripture, Job lost everything. But
yes, that's correct.
at the end, he got triple or 10 times more than what he ever had. But it was a test. It's a test.
Yes, sir.
It was a test. So
I just wish that we would stick to our guns. So, for example, some years ago, when oh gosh, who was it? Nick Cannon came out. Kendrick Lamar had the backwalk. Nick Cannon backwalk. Who else? Kendrick Lamar. DMX was realizing that we are Israel. And there were a few other superstars who have a platform, and they've been having to walk it back. However, I've been in this truth for a very long time, at least. But now that I have more information and I have historical facts behind it. So it's not just the scriptures that I have; it's other historical facts to back up.
Now, all those people who you've just named, who are they employed by?
The industry.
That's what I'm talking about. Who runs that industry? We know who runs the industry. That's who runs it. Right. So what do you expect? People, listen. One thing I commend about David Chappelle, he walked away from it all. He walked away from it.
I agree.
He walked away from it. Millions of dollars he left on the table. And we see athletes do that all the time. They turn down big contracts or they sit out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, let me say this. Go ahead.
I'm hoping that we can get our own part in there.
But listen, this thing is above Kyrie Irving head. Now, our celebrities, they're not our leaders. So we're not controlled by no celebrities at all, entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is the truth. This thing is bigger than Kyrie Irving and Kanye West. It's bigger than that. And I gave an example. The George Floyd incident was bigger than his immediate family.
Yes.
The whole United States and so many different states march and protest is out his hand.
Mm-hmm.
So people, and I'm a firm believer, my dear sister, if I have to ask you for an apology, it's not genuine. Hold on, sister, somebody's calling. Live, uncut, unedited. Where you calling from, caller?
I'm calling from Illinois, Joliet.
Okay, Joliet in the house. All right, hold on, I'm finna bring you in. All right, we got two women on the live tonight. My Joliet caller, come on, talk to me.
Well, I just want to explain that it is written, you cannot serve two masters.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're going to love one and hate the other, or and you're going to be with that master that you choose. And it's written that it says, the Most High gave us a choice between life and death. Choose ye now who you will serve, so that you and your seed will live out the days of your life on this land. They chose Mammon over the Most High. That's their choice. Like when the young lady said they backpedaled, they backwalked, they made their choice of who they would serve. Okay? So it's even deeper than just money. It's spiritual. They spoke their choice. And I hate to say it, but they don't trust the Most High. They might know the truth, but they don't trust the Most High to keep them and take them through. So not like you say, Dave Chappelle. He walked away from it. He didn't care. That he stood on what he believed, and he showed himself true to his beliefs. Like that young lady said, all of those other celebrities backpedaled on what they said about the truth, and they know the truth. And it's written, woe to those who know the truth, have tasted the truth, and walk away from it.
Can I say this, sister, my jolly sister?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't this teach us a lesson? Those of us that's not celebrities, not entertainers, and all that sports people, that we shouldn't trust our celebrities. We shouldn't trust nothing that they say. This should teach us a lesson. We should not look up to these celebrities.
That's right.
I'm just being honest. And my dear sister named like 3 or 4 celebrities. All of them fell by the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
Men, black men. So my point is, these celebrities are not my heroes at all.
Mm-mm.
They are not, they don't speak for the black race. They don't represent the black race. I got to say it, people. I got to say it. These entertainers and celebrities, they don't represent the black race. We wonder why. Well, Martin Luther King said it. He said, if a man is not willing to die for something, he isn't fit to live.
Yeah, and he'll stand for nothing.
So this is what I'm talking about. Listen, we die in drive-by shootings, dice games, fighting on the playground, wearing red, wearing blue, looking at somebody else's woman, road rage. Why can't we die for the truth and stand for what's right? I'd rather die for the truth any day than die for a lie, sleeping with another man's wife.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or in a bank robbery, get killed that way. We die for things that don't have no meaning.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is real talk. No meaning at all. No substance at all. But we're afraid to die for what's right. Truth. Grounded in truth. Grounded. And the sister said it earlier. You can't love God and mammon too, riches and material things. You got to despise one. One got to go. And I'm not against anybody that's rich. Not at all. Don't get me wrong. But you can't let the riches make you. You make the riches.
That's right.
Job said it. He said, naked I came, and naked shall I return. Don't you know, my brother, my celebrity brother, entertainment brother, corporate America brother and sister, that if we don't hold these things in this life with a loose grip, knowing that any minute or any second that we can lose it all. We are one heartbeat away from death. One heartbeat, not 2, 1 heartbeat. So it behooves of us to be careful what we put our treasures in.
Come on.
Where does your treasures lie?
Come
on now. Now, they taught us in this system that you will get yours in a sweet by and by. They taught us that. That's what they taught us that.
All right.
So in the meanwhile, go out there and pick that cotton. Serve me. Do what I tell you to do. Obey your masters, for this is right. This is what they taught us. But people, we have to rise above that doctrine, what they taught us. We're not here. We out of the curse. We talked about that early in the program, early this afternoon. The 400 years is over with. Now what? What's the excuse now? That's what I'm talking about. Listen, people, we should be just like the bees, sisters. I got 2 wonderful sisters on here. When you mess with one bee, the whole hive come after you.
Don't they?
Didn't the Jewish people just showed us what they're doing? Didn't they showed us Chase Bank, Adidas, all these white supremacists showed us how they can stick together and muscle our brothers down.
But the thing is that we needed to, Kyrie needs some help. He needs some backing, some spiritual backing, and he needs his army. He needs us to back him. And I'm willing to do that and however I can. Kanye needs help too, because he's onto something. And he's not done by a long shot. So he's really onto something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just hoping that all of this madness and killing of our people just stop. It just needs to cease and desist. Because
Sister,
I heard somebody say earlier they can write a rap song about killing and violence and drugs and sex and money, especially in the melanated community. But you can't write about, for example, kicking a dog or shooting a dog allegedly, because a dog's life is more valuable than ours. All of this starts at home. And we need to be parents to our children instead of being free. My child was growing up in high school. She was telling me how some of her classmates get high with their parents. I find that unacceptable. I could barely have one alcoholic beverage, like, for example, a beer or a cooler or something, with dad. It's not as disrespectful.
But let me say, sister, let me say this, and I don't want to get off track. I'm not talking about black folks right now. I'm talking about the white supremacists right now. That's what we're dealing with. Okay. We're dealing with their attitude toward us. That's what we're talking about. Oh, yeah. We and I'm with you. What you said is 100. Parents shouldn't be getting high with their children, and we killing each other. Listen, they killed each other too as well. They have wiped out racists, the white supremacists. Wiped out racists and killed racists. They're killing each other right now in Russia. They're killing each other. You have not heard the term white on white violence or white on white crime. You have not heard that term, but it's used when it comes to us, black on black violence or black on black crime. Why is that? We ought to question things. See, that's the thing. I believe with us, sister, we don't question nothing. We have to start questioning.
It makes us look worse.
Right.
And also, see, there are teachings in certain communities. Let's just feel like that. I'm going to try to say this lightly. There are people who are taught to target us, melanated people.
White supremacists.
Some of them want to kill you. They're taught this from small.
They're taught
and they're taught this in their what do we call them, synagogues or Satan.
Right. Well, sister,
and
if you want to be safe, just call them white supremacists. That's what they are. Just call them that. White supremacists. That's what they are.
I think they're
prideful. It goes further than that. It's Psalms 83 says they have set up a confederate against us. That means every nation on this planet is against us because of who we are. They knew who we were before we did. Just like in the word, it says Samson had 7 locks. Why you think them people wanted them babies to cut their locks off of their head? They read how their hair held strength, and the baby still won the match anyway. It's so much that we don't know about ourselves and who we belong to and who we are, because it was prophesied for us not to. But now that he is waking us up, it is our due diligence to find out. We have to read, we have to search, and like Martin says, we have to ask questions. We have to iron sharpens iron. We don't
Yes.
have time to argue. We have to come together and get and find out and know what we are, who we are, and what we are expected to do with the Most High. He's our power. He's our source.
And also stop giving in to all these pagan holidays. Because that's against them too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know. And if anybody knows and they want to start looking up Cesare Borgia.
Yeah. Yeah. We
that
know.
Alexander the Fifth, Pope Alexander the Fifth's son.
Yeah, illegitimate son. That's right.
And they're using him as the face of this so-called Messiah that we've been taught and brainwashed in our public school system. You know, stop celebrating these holidays.
Matter of fact, start following the law.
They get enriched off of our sacrifice. That's our money sacrifice to them. And they're making blood sacrifices on the other end.
Okay. And if we follow the laws, we stop all the things that are contrary to the word.
Exactly.
Humble ourselves.
Ladies, I got a call. Could you hold, please? I got a call.
Yeah.
Hey, caller, where you calling from?
Chicago.
All right, hold on, caller. Okay, ladies, we got a gentleman in right now, and I want to hear y'all hold it thought. Let's see what he got to say. What you got to say, young man? Yeah, you might be older than me, but go ahead.
I just want to say a couple of things. First thing I wanted to say is I appreciate what the ladies are saying. I wanted to add to that what you were saying earlier about how they don't get along. They don't get along. I mean, but we talk about, okay, this is what I believe we have an issue in our community when it comes to coming together to try to get something done. Like, we feel a lot of times like if you don't believe like I believe on a spiritual level, religious level, or even ideologies as far as how we can get our freedom, then we can't work with each other. They're different. They work with each other no matter what, okay? You got the Jews and the evangelicals. They don't get along. But you see what's going on now? Everybody's sticking together right now. Since Ye and Irving, has been bringing out some things. They all put what they represent or what they believe in down and come together. We're different. Well, okay, like me, I don't believe in the Bible. I do believe in God. I don't do religion. But religious people will tell you they can't work with you because of that on something, or they feel like you're the devil. Some people, like, as far as Black Power movement, well, this one don't believe in this, or they believe that red, black, and green, they don't believe, or this one don't believe in collaborating with Africans, so we can't work together. We will never be free with all this division, because one thing about them, they'll even go to war with each other. But when it comes to you, they put all that down, flag and all, and they come together. And I wish we could do that.
Good point. Okay, before you say anything, let me play a little clip real quick, okay? I want to play something real quick, and I'm going to comment to what the brother said. And I agree with him, heart holy. Listen, one thing about me, I don't care if you're Muslim, Buddha, whatever your religious persuasion is, that's between you and God. One thing I do know, that we all look alike and we all are oppressed. That exactly. I do know. So, we all not going to see eye to eye on every issue, every belief. No. Not at all. And I'm not going to separate. Go ahead. I'm not going to. Go ahead, sister.
Religion has nothing to do with anything. If you do the right thing, that's what we're called to do. We were made the righteousness of the Most High. Whether you say you believe in God, well,
right.
It's the lifestyle that we live. through the law of the Most High. Religion has nothing to do with us. We don't practice religion. When you talk about religion, you're talking about the boy is your boy, the Jesus image, and the Pentecostal and all these other denominational standards. But we, as the Most High's children, we live a lifestyle and we do what's right. Religion ain't got nothing to do with it, my brother.
Okay, hold it right
but
there.
What I'm saying,
Go ahead.
sister, is I see what you're saying, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, I respect what you believe, but what I'm saying is when we don't believe in the same thing, because all of us got different ideologies, we got different beliefs. I'm saying that should never mean that we can't come together to get something done.
And do what's right. We're
I'm not
supposed to
even
love our
going
brother.
into. Hold on, sister. For me, I'm not interested in none of that. What religion or not religion or what I'm interested in is all of us coming together, no matter what we believe, how we feel, or whatever, putting all that aside and coming together to get one thing done, for freedom. Because I seriously doubt on the plantation, I seriously doubt those that did come together and became free, like they ran to the maroon colonies to get free. I seriously doubt one was saying, well, brother, you believe in Christianity or you believe in Muslim or you, and we had Pan-Africanists back then too. Some of them knew, but
I'm just saying, do the right thing.
Nobody it said I can't run with you or we can't fight, to get free because of what we believe. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I respect what you believe in. Okay. I'm just saying I wish we could.
I'm not talking about beliefs. I'm talking about do the right thing.
Hold it right there, sister. I'm gonna play this clip of Dr. Amos Wilson. Hold on. It's probably 2 minutes. Just hold on. We want to listen to it real quick. I'll play it.
Okay.
Let me get it out here. All right. I'm free to screen.
It's just like this anti-Semitism stuff that's got LIB jammed up. Oh yeah. People, at one point it's not a race, it's a religion. At another point it's a race. What's going on here? The thing that you have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a political strategy and an economic strategy, an instrument of control, a means by which one can control the behavior of others. You can call it religion, ethnicity, anything you want to, but its ultimate reality is that it is used to do what? Control the behavior and perceptions of other people in the interest of the people who belong to that thing. That's all it is. And the first question you ask, and so the thing goes out, you're anti-Semitic. Now, it doesn't matter what you said, whether you told the truth or not the truth, or this or that, has nothing to do with that. Not at all. It has to do, now the next question you're going to ask is, oh, how can I not be anti-Semitic? Don't say this, don't say that, don't do this, don't do that, and then we won't call you anti-Semitic. And so when you're striving to be not anti-Semitic, you then fall under the control of another people. Regardless as to whether they are right or wrong, or regardless of how unfair they are, as soon as you meet the requirements of not being called anti-Semitic, you're under control. And yet here's a people that's less than 3% of the American population, less than 1/10 of 1% of the world's population, who through the use of that term and through the throwing of that accusation can manipulate whole political and economic and social systems. And then they're the first one to tell you that you shouldn't talk in terms of race.
All right, people, that's just what y'all thought about that? Hello?
I'm here. I'm listening. I'm waiting for somebody
to comment. Yeah. What do y'all think about what he said? And that's the same thing I was saying too earlier today. What is it? Is it a religion? Is it a people? What is it? Is it a race of people?
It's a lifestyle. It's life.
That's what I said. Thank you, sister.
It's life because this is the way things were done in pre-Constantinople times. A lifestyle according to the Most High God, and not with this newfangled stuff that they've been doing for so many years now. But the thing is that people been accustomed to it. That is wrong, but it's right.
Mm. So
We've got to love each other.
right. Well,
We have got to come together and love each other and stand for one another. Like Martin was saying, these people come together, and that young man too was saying, these people come together no matter what they do and what they believe to come against their foe. And 9 times out of 10 is coming against us.
Mm-hmm.
But we, on the other hand, we don't know what it is because we've been separated. They did their job really good. They tore down the family structure. We barely got the taste to know how to have a family and we raised their kids, you know what I'm saying? And they did whatever they did it good to us to try to destroy us. But now it's time to wake up. It's not about religion.
Hold on,
It's not
brother.
about denomination or belonging to anything. It's about doing the right.
Hey, I'm finna bring you back in.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who are out there on the front line on their platform saying what is the truth and having to be, like she said, backwalk or backpedal because they have threatened their livelihood. If they knew that we would stand behind them, I think they'd have more gumption about standing firm on what they believe.
Mm-hmm. You keep hanging up, bro. What happened?
No, we got disconnected, but
all right.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
For example, we need our men.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
But most of our men nowadays, they're just males.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Hallelujah.
Mm-mm.
Come on now.
Mm-mm.
I'm just saying, and it's sad to say.
I can't get mad at you.
Mr. Martin.
I
No
ain't
offense to
listen.
you, but I'm just saying
I understand,
what I've observed.
sister. I understand. I almost said that myself today. That's just why we don't have the respect of our women. If we was in our rightful place, you wouldn't hear women talking about I'm a strong black woman and all that. You wouldn't hear that.
And that's very true.
You wouldn't hear that.
And that's very true.
This is an
We
example.
wouldn't have to be.
This is a prime example with these celebrities. If they stand up and stood the test, even if it took their life or took them down to being poor, they would have gained the respect of their community.
The Chicago Bull, who was that? Craig Hodges.
Yes.
I think that's his name.
Yep, he didn't bow.
He's still walking around and he's still standing tall.
Yep.
And he got ridiculed and all that other madness because of him being himself and standing for what he believes in.
In his truth, that's right.
Amen. And I find nothing wrong with that.
And I find it very effective myself.
But for the other basketball players or former NBA players, to stand up against, for example, Kyrie Irving, because he made a stance for himself, for his family, they are wrong.
Man.
They are wrong. To me, that's dangerous.
And let us not forget about Brother Kaepernick.
Yep.
Yes, taking me from me too.
Let me say this to you guys. If the NBA players would have got behind Kyrie Irving and say, hey, we don't like what y'all doing him, we finna stand down. We walking out.
Man overboard is what it should have been, and they should all not boycott. They have the means to come together and get their own black basketball or melanated basketball team, melanated football team. We have enough to get our own and stop being slaves to these new wave, newfangled slave masters.
Yes, that's right. The athletes that play soccer, the African athletes that play soccer, they are so tired of being ridiculed, called monkeys, and having bananas thrown at them and just ugly racial slurs. They're coming together They said we have enough money to make our own stadiums and teach our own children. Do you know they teach those the racist people's children to play soccer? And they said we really had enough. We can form our own soccer league and do what we need to do. Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
That's what it's coming to.
Let me hear something from the male
But it's
person.
sad because we Americans, we hate each other so much. We love to hate each other.
Mm-hmm.
We love to hate each other.
Yeah.
And so, again, this starts at home. You can't be your child's friend. As much as I love mine, I still have to draw a line. There still has to be a line drawn between the parents and the children.
Okay,
And
what the man got to say though?
What
Because
you
I
got to
want to
say?
hear what he think about what we said.
What you got to say, sir? Hello? He's on here. He probably got me on mute. I want to hear what he had to say, but sir, I guess he's quiet. I don't know. I still see him on the line. But let me just say this, ladies. I hate to agree with you guys, but you guys are so right. Now he's calling back. I don't know what's wrong with his phone. Hold on. What is wrong with your phone, man? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you got to turn Facebook down. Turn Facebook down. All the way down. You got to turn it down.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Turn your Facebook off.
All right.
Because actually, you still on I'm still on your other line. Is your other line clear? Because
Not showing that on my phone. I'm sorry.
But it's there though, because I can't, I'm trying to see if I can bring you in. Can't bring you in. You might have
okay,
to
I'm gonna hang up and call back.
Twice. Yeah, hang up twice because you go on the line. Just twice.
All
yeah.
right.
All right.
Disappeared.
Okay. I'm back, ladies. I'm back. I know y'all was just talking, but I'm back. I was trying to get him on live. He's gonna call back. And we're gonna end it with him.
Go ahead and say what you were saying.
I forgot what I was gonna say. But we should
you
do
said
for
we were right.
Yeah. I said you guys was right. Yeah, I said you was right.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna. I mean, this is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. You know,
Tell the truth.
even if it
Amen.
makes me
and
look
shame
bad. You know, we have to stand up. We want to be this king, but we gotta act like a king status. Be on a king status.
All right.
We can't make no
Amen.
excuse why we're not protecting our women. We way from up under the curse now. It's a new day.
Yeah.
It's a new day. When a lion come in, he come in and kill all the male cubs. He kill them.
That's right.
He kill them. He destroys them.
Correct.
That's how it works.
Right. Take over the pride. That's
Yeah.
right.
Take over the pride. And people, let me just say this. Now he's back again. Hold on. All right, you here now? I'm gonna bring you in.
Okay, so I'm good now.
Yeah, I think so. I can't even bring you in.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and talk because I can't bring them in, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk. Then I'll bring them in. You still connected to? Yeah.
Well, I wanted to agree with them about what they were talking about manhood, because we got too many males out here. And we just let them buck break us. I mean, a simple apology. I mean, you're gonna let somebody, what? We'll be in the hood saying, I didn't apologize, or whatever. He wasn't gonna punk me, but you'll let them punk you when you didn't even do nothing wrong. I mean, how does that look to a woman? On the other hand, with the women, I would like to see black women, when a black man is standing up being strong, to back that male, because the minute a lot of black women see Kyrie, like if he had stood strong, let's say 10 years down the line, he didn't have no money. He was living in a 2-bedroom apartment. There's a lot of black women that would have disrespected him. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
He broke that broke ass nigga. He messed up all that money, when actually that's a sign of real manhood. So I agree with what they were saying though.
Okay.
And all right, and okay, that's it.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
They would be, broken in, and
I'm
they
back.
would break in. And
I'm back,
Sister,
ladies.
you and the truth.
I'm back,
Sister,
ladies.
you and the truth, sister.
okay.
I'm back. I'm back, ladies. I had to let him talk because his phone is still on too. So he's gone. He said he agreed with you guys, and he just wanted to say something to the ladies. And I'm paraphrasing. He said, when you guys see a male, stand up like that, make sure that you back him as being women. Back that a male. When you see them trying to stand up for us, our race, make sure you guys back him. That's what he wanted to say to you ladies. He agreed with you ladies 100%. So that's
So what happened? What happened to you?
Huh? No, I said I agree with you guys. No, he
Oh
can't.
no. I'm saying what happened to Martin? Is he online?
I am Martin.
Oh, that's now you're saying what the young man was saying.
Yes,
oh, okay.
yes. That's what he said.
Hey.
I'm just paraphrasing what he told me to tell you, ladies. He agreed with you guys. And when you see a male standing up, try to stand behind him. That's all.
Oh, we will.
Oh, I
Okay.
do.
Okay.
Oh,
We
I
do.
certainly stand behind it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I stand behind them, and if we had more, we would be able to work in our order, in our divine order. As a matter of fact, and for example, we can work in our femininity.
We can help.
We don't have to.
We support,
so to speak. And you're right, sister, because it's just like I the way I said things, from what I've observed. For example, I feel like if I have to man up, and I have a man, then what do I need him for? I'm not trying to male bash. It's just using a life example. And I need a strong man beside me, because I can't sit up there and watch him say, "Oh, he broke a nail and he needs help." No. And there are some males out there like that.
I will fight for my
their
team,
nails done and their hair did.
but I won't fight over him.
Amen.
But I'm not fighting over him. Okay.
Amen.
My thing is ride or die. As my baby say, ride or die. 10 toes to the 10 toes down, 10 toes down. That's who I am for my king and for my people.
Amen. Amen. I agree.
Amen.
I agree wholeheartedly.
All
So
right.
we just, like I said, it's so much I can say. For example, even when it comes down to the what are they? The eugenicists. The one lady allegedly said that, hey, the best way to stop the N-word from being born, from is stopping from being born or coming into the world, or however she said it, is to stop them from being born. Hence the surgical procedures to get stuff done.
That's Margaret Sanger. Okay, we're gonna hold it right. We're gonna hold it right there, and then we're gonna end this program. And thank you, ladies, for tuning in. Thank you for getting on our backs to make us stronger, make us more focused. And I accept that challenge as being a male, a dominant male, standing up for our people. I tell you. And when you see a man standing up, remember, ladies, stand behind them. Remember, gentlemen, get on board. And when I did a lot of boycotts, and I used to tell the ladies, if you ever see any one of those foreign-owned businesses beating on your sister, get up, all y'all get up out of help her and walk up out of there. Don't sit there.
Exactly.
Don't sit there like it didn't have nothing to do with you. And see, that's one of our problems.
That's a problem too.
When we think
because if
individual.
they were doing it, if they were affected, they all get up. And I believe in men overboard. I believe in everybody get up. If you offend one, you finish off. That's
it. That beehive, you mess with one bee, the whole hive come out to you. And that's what we should be. Right. And you see
we really should.
You see the white supremacists did it, didn't he? Man, come and get your money out this bank.
And we need to practice some closed loop economics too.
Yeah.
You know, we need to get these dirty aldermen out the offices because they're letting these people come into our community and they robbing us. They're not robbing us, but they're taking our money, and they're not hiring hardly anyone from the
by design. See, the thing is, that's a Democrat and a Republican game being played on us. They both in.
Yeah,
they both in because
two wings of the same bird.
Think about this. Now, these people, the migrants, and I don't like to use people because that sounds racist. They come over here. They're promised something. Trust. They are promised something. And it was just my friend told me. She said a realtor told her that she sold 5 houses to some migrants, didn't even have a social security number. What does that tell you? What does that tell you, black man and black woman? What does that tell you? What does that tell you?
They're all against us.
Listen.
And they get all the benefits. They don't have to fight for even if they had to get temporary food stamps or something. They don't have to fight for food stamps. They don't have to fight for medical or anything.
It's promised to them when they get over here.
But our veterans,
listen, it's promised to them.
Veterans too.
It's promised to them. So we're going to leave it right there. That's another conversation, another time. I thank you, ladies. This is live, uncut, unedited. Y'all already know what it is. Good night, ladies. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Uncut.
Good night.
Good night. Thank y'all so much. All right. Thank you.
Already know what it is.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody for the comments. Thank you all for all people that called in. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Continue to stand, be black, buy black, and everything else will take care of itself. Never let nobody put you in a childlike status. Fight, 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 fight back. And I'm not talking about necessarily with a weapon and nothing like that. And you with your mind, That's what I'm talking about. And always protect yourself and protect your manhood and your womanhood. Trust me, when you stand on something, that sister says, stand 10 toes down. Stand on it. Martin Luther King said, don't walk with your back bent, because if you walk with the bent, they can ride your back. So stand up and listen. And remember, we don't have no friends. No friends.
Amen.
Everybody, including some of us, go against us. And that's the gospel truth. Thank y'all so much.